guys the high degree and also the lower degree, what I'm expecting, at least for the short term, right? So we're also going to talk about the macro scale on a weekly basis, in terms of like if we're going to be if like we're going to be able to double bottom, or if like we're going to be able to break the low and break the bottom and make a new low. All right, so as you can see on the daily, yesterday we got a nasty not a nasty, but we got a bad sell-off. Price tried to pump to the upside up to like a 71 to 71.50 and got a big rejection. And as soon as we started the daily candle, you can see like we got a very big like a sell-off to the downside, up down to like a 65.50, which was our basically a group target. We were looking for 65.75. Basically we got the 65.75, right? So what are we looking for, at least for the short term? Basically we're looking for a further drop, but on the lower degree, BTC is very resilient. Okay, it is looking to basically try to retest like a 7050 range. So let's take a look at the lower degree. So on the lower degree, we're not looking bad in terms of hourly. So we already got a clean correction. This is a we got this nasty move to the downside. What do you expect next? You're expecting some sort of correction. These corrections, they can either be a flat, they can be a triangle, right? Some sort of triangle, some sort of triangle. It can be also a wedge. Okay, nothing is saying like we're not going to be making a beautiful wedge just like this. All right, some like this up to the up to like a 7K before getting a rejection. But as of now, you only can qualify this move we got, like, since we have been dropping, as corrective. So how high can we correct? So if you take a look at your Fibonacci, right, do your swing low to swing high, we got a very strong like a resistance within this range of 382. Now we're looking to retest like a 68.70 range, which is like a 50% pullback, and we can possibly go all the way up to like a 6950, which is kind of bullish, because 6950 going to be like above the daily open, right? So going above the daily open, it is going to be very bullish, okay, at least for the short term. But it is just corrective. As of now, it is just corrective. The only thing bullish about BTC as of now, it is like this bullish engulfing candle we got from the bottom after we got this dump this morning, and then price got bought up quickly. Okay, so I was shorting this move actually. Okay, I shorted all the way down to like a just about like a 66, right? And then close some of the position, right, and put a stop loss at break even, and then basically just came back and take me out, right? But that's one of the most important in this market. It's not like you understand what the market is doing, but it is like to protect your capital. All right, when you green, you gotta make sure to put a stop loss. You gotta make sure to take some profit, and not expecting like basically to drop like 500 points, 700 points every single day. All right, so on the hourly time frame, we got a nice bullish divergence, both on the MACD and basically on the RSI. They both looking clean. Okay, at least for the short term, they looking clean. And as I said yesterday, do not be too excited. When BC was dropping, right, I was saying do not be too excited, because this move is very it is a signature move. All right, I'm not even going to talk about the move we called yesterday, because we said exactly this move is what is a basically a three-way move. We can drop down and make another three-way move, get this flat right within this range, and then get this move to the downside. So BTC going back up to 7K is very possible, right? So, but I wouldn't be like a full moving looking to long BTC from like a 68 to 7K. That's very dangerous after this nasty sell-off, because nothing is saying you're not going to make a bigger correction, even a possible triangle. You can even make some sort of, that's an ugly triangle right there. So you can even make like some sort of descending triangle within this range, a possible head and shoulder for a fake out, all those type of structure. You gotta be able to be ready for it, right? But most of the time your volume gonna tell you if you need to be cautious or not. Okay, even though you gotta be cautious all the time, right? You take a look at it on the On the hourly, that's on let's take a look at it on Binance. On the hourly, as you can see, volume is being dominated by the bulls, at least on the hourly. Okay, as you can see, we got a very big engulfing candle, and price was taking a break, volume was decreasing, so that's kind of like a bullish, at least for the short term. And you can see like a volume is increasing on the hourly time frame, so you just have to be very cautious. If you're bearish, I would, you know, be very cautious with this pump to the upside. I wouldn't FOMO it. I would let it like get rejected. As you can see, like we just talked, we are basically recording and BC is basically pumping, right? So let's take a look at it. We're expecting 50% pullback. We're almost at 50% pullback, right? The most we can expect, not the most, but we can go all the way up to basically 0.618, which is like a 6945 range. Okay, depending which type of fib retracement you're using. If you're using a log scale or regular scale. Okay, so right now we just about like a 6850 range. Volume still low. We got a new hourly candle that's actually very bullish, because the hourly candle just started, but you can see how big the candle is, right? Very big candle, only like 2 minutes into the hourly candle. So it means like if we're gonna get rejected, it's gonna be a very rejection. If like we're gonna pump for the entire hour, it's gonna be very big. All right, so now we are 68, 0.618, going to be just about like a 6945. So let's see if we're going to be able to get rejected. Just about 50% pullback. We hit 50% pullback. If we get this rejection just about like 2 minutes into the hourly candle, that's going to be very bearish. Okay, because it means we got like almost 58 minutes for some 58 minutes of bearishness. That's not good at all. Okay, that's not going to be good at all. But if I would be like a shorting it right now, right, I would be waiting for like a 6945, because the hourly candle just started, like I just said. Okay, it just started. So let the bulls, if you're bullish, that's a good time to be taking it, and put a stop loss below this candle. Okay, below like this hourly candle, in case like it is a fake out. Other than that, you can take this entire move. If you're bearish, you don't want to short it too soon into the hourly candle. Wait for the at least the second half of the hourly candle to start like a laddering position up to like a 6945, right? So let's take a look at the weekly time frame. So weekly time frame, it is kind of bearish, at least for the short term. But as you know, okay, I like to go back, I like price to go back and retest like a 50% of these weekly rejection these weeks. So it means like at some point we're gonna have to retest it. Not saying, all right, not saying it is gonna be this week or next week, but at some point price can still do this and go back up and retest it, right? But at some point we could be retesting like a 71 to 72 range. All right. So let's take a look at the 2-day chart. The 2-day chart, it is not that bearish, at least for the short term. We need like a higher selling pressure. Okay, we're gonna need like some higher selling pressure, and if the trend like a 2-day chart basically turns green, it's gonna be bullish. Okay, the bull's gonna be taking control over the next few days, right? Just like what we got within this range back in when we dropped from like a 10.5. We made like a beautiful sell off to the downside, but as long as we got this bullish candle, you can see like we started to move sideways all the way up to like even 10k before we basically got the sell off. So if we get any bullish like a 2-day candle within this range, it could delay the process. Okay, it could delay the process, at least for the short term, right? 3-day chart is not that bearish. As you can see, volume is decreasing, right? Selling volume, not just like total volume, but your selling volume is decreasing, and basically your price is basically not decreasing heavily. Okay, over the last 6 days. Okay, every single candle is 3 days, right? So over the last 6 days, we can see like a selling is decreasing, and this candle gonna close 12, 13, just about like in 24 hours to 28 hours, we're going to close this candle. So it's going to be very important to close this candle red if the bulls, okay, if the bears want to keep the price down. If the bulls need to keep the momentum going to the upside and break like a 72 to 74 range, it is going to be very important to close this candle green. So closing just about like 69, 69.28 within the next 24 to 48 hours going to be great. Okay, going to be actually within the next 24 hours, stuff like that, 28, right? Because we got just about 4 hours before the daily candle close, and this candle going to close 24 hours after that, right? So very important. Okay, so 69 to 7k going to be a very important basically very important range to pay attention to, at least for the short term, right? So don't have time to talk about the macro scale. I'm going to talk about the macro scale next time, but as you can see, I'm just going to talk about it a little bit, right? On the macro scale, we're still looking for lower numbers, right? So how are we going to get there? It doesn't really matter on the macro scale, because BC can do some crazy stuff before dropping down to your numbers, right? To your basically lower targets. On the macro scale, that's what we're looking for. We got this move, and this move, all right? So we could assume like the Y wave is already done, right? But looking at the W and my X, I could be anticipating my Y wave to be to look to kind of like to be similar to my basically X wave. Okay, not saying BC gonna be dropping all the way down to like a 2k 3k, but the directional move is there. Okay, this is a directional move. As soon as we retest like the low of 38 to 39 range, we're gonna basically talk about like how low we're going to be dropping, at least for the short term, right? But we got a clean WXY correction, and it's not new, so it is not like something we just started talking about. We talked about it when BC was at 10.5. We said we're going to be getting this move, so be ready for like a 55 to 42. We already retested 55 to 42 with a beautiful capitulation, but most of the time, after price capitulate down to some new lows, it's gonna try to retest it, and this is gonna basically come from our basically Y wave being a 3-way move down, our W was 3-wave, our X was 3 waves, and then we can expect our W to be also a 3-wave. Could possibly even retest like basically all the way down to like a 34 to 3200 range before basically giving us a very beautiful move to the upside, where you're just going to be buying the dip and then basically selling the top, right? All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.